At this time, we are being called into our own Aries power. Now, as with any zodiac sign, there is a frequency range of Aries characteristics. Okay, there are so many characteristics that go along with Aries, and you will feel yourself in that behavior at the moment. You will notice Aries type behavior for yourself. Aries stands alone. Aries is all about individual power, locking into your own sense of self, genuinely. Not somebody else's ideas of what your soul should be doing, because they have incarnated as their true soul self and as their personality. So their identity and ego and personality and soul, that portion belongs to them. At this time when we have so much activity in Aries, so many planets in Aries, the eclipse portal, as the sun moves through Aries, and as we come to the new moon in Aries, it's all about you as an individual. That is the only business that you need to have right now. To understand that connection between your true soul self and your personality self. All aspects of that. All aspects of self. Self-empowerment, personal development, spiritual development. Where has that led you? What have you made of your own journey? And I will say again, it does not matter what other people say or do or think. That is utterly extraneous to requirements right now. Focus in on self. It may sound selfish. You may have to get over lots of things, lots of conditioning and limiting beliefs in life that have said it's wrong to be selfish. You're going to have to get over that in order to lock into your own true frequency. Otherwise, what happens? You spend more time out of alignment, faffing about. The faff is real. Debating pointless debates rather than getting on with being your true soul self. And this is a point that I need to make that I feel will piss people off, and I have to say it anyway. Even if I am the only person who thinks this and says this, I have to get it out of my mouth because this is what I'm being guided to share. There is so much talk in the spiritual community of love, of unity, of compassion, of harmony. And I'm like, oh my actual good, you do not realise how much you're capping off people's true potential and contact with their own true self and their ability to make contact with their highest true soul self. And to have that true source of self come from within, the God within my breast, to quote Emily Bronte, because why not? The God power that is you, that is your soul self. That's what matters. And when you try and attach to somebody else's version of what it means to be loving or compassionate or forgiveness, other people's words and vibrations do not bring you into contact with your true soul self. You do that. If a gorilla looked around and tried to find out how to be more gorilla, do you think that a gorilla would go to a fish? Please, fish, tell me how to live on Earth. What? No, wrong advice. A gorilla knows how to be a gorilla. The gorilla incarnated with that physical intention of understanding what it is to be a gorilla in this lifetime. Don't look to the crocodile. Don't look to the birds. Don't look to the fish. Just stand up and be the gorilla. Do what your soul came for. And at this time, everybody is called into their own sense of individuality, individuation, self actualization. Stop looking at other people. And it may mean you have to reject a spiritual community that you so wished for. Because that community may be constantly bringing you out of your own true sense of self power. This is the value of knowing yourself on the deepest levels, and keep coming back to yourself and your true divine power. What you are here to be, do, say, share, your own self power, your own courageous being, and not allowing others to distract you on that path. And I think there's a lot of fluff and a lot of distraction and a lot of faff and a lot of people falling into the trap of saying the same thing to the point where we're in spiritual word soup, parroting mumbo jumbo, and it's pointless. It's utterly, utterly pointless. There are so many ways to live your own spiritual frequency and to understand how the tune of you plays in your own highest frequency that makes you feel like, oh, that felt and sounded like me. That's all that actually matters. That you feel like you, show up as you, sound like you, live like you. That's all that actually matters. Because when you feel like that in your truth, you won't feel any need to tread on somebody else or argue with somebody else or bring somebody else into your way of being. So right now, take a really, really good look at the stuff that other people are sharing, because nearly every time I'm looking at what other people are sharing, I'm going, no, that's not for me. Nope, that's not for me. No, that doesn't sound like me. And when I wake up at 4 a.m. and I've got Jesus right by my side, and I know myself, and it doesn't matter that I'm Rachel. It does not matter. This identity right now doesn't matter because I know me. The me that is the eternal self, the eternal soul source of me. And then I remember what I'm doing in this lifetime and what we're here to do right now. And that's all that matters. The thing I'm working on for me right now, it won't be the thing that you're working on, but the thing that I'm working on is how to be more of me that feels like the same me that I know myself to be at 4 o'clock in the morning. Because that's my true soul self. And she knows how to be an individual. She knows what portion of soul she chose to bring through the filter of this physical incarnation as Rachel right now. 4 a.m. Rachel doesn't give a shit that it's 2024. She's like, oh, my eternal soul self knows things. Yay. This is what I need to show up and share. Tune into you in the best way that you know how to be you. That might be, you might find your real soul self sitting by the sea. You might find your real soul self in meditation, walking, playing with the kids, eating burger and chips. Literally, it doesn't matter. You don't need to follow someone else's way. New moon in Aries says you better stand up as your true soul self. That's what's going on right now. That's it. Just that's it. You being more you. So forget what everybody else is doing. That's the way to be more Aries. And let's not forget, we also have North Node in Aries at the moment, drawing us forward, ever forward, into our true individual path. Okay? If you would like to come along to my solar eclipse after party, which is just a 90-minute get together where I'll be giving live guidance from your chart, your soul from your chart, and let's see what's coming up for you as you process and integrate what is already coming up for you at this time in your truth, being witnessed in your truth and in your vulnerability and in your power, in your courage, in your daring, in your everything. If you would like to pop along to that, I will put the link to that below so that you can sign up and come along. That's at Tuesday, the 9th of April, 3 p.m. British summertime. Okay, love to see you there.